Just talking about 2K, the lack of comprehension in the community. Somebody said it's double rep day, so he don't care. And that leads me into the biggest story of the day that came out this morning. There was, and I was under the impression.
Someone just received a gifted sub.
Shout out to D Black. As soon as I start reading the article, shout out to D Black with the get this sub.
There's going to be one less lonely girl.
I was under the impression that this was a new arcade basketball game. But then I found this article, and it turns out, you guys remember that game I covered a few months back called The Run, Got Next, I think, which was supposed to be a spiritual successor to NBA Street. And if you remember when I did that stream and I was going over that article, I was like, this game looks okay. I don't know if somebody was watching my stream, but I said in that stream, I said, if you want to take this to the next level, I was like, it's going to be hard to sell it if you're just doing it with original characters, because unfortunately people are sheep. But if you can find a way to get that NBA license, it'll take it to the next level. Somebody was watching my stream because they went back to the drawing board and they've rebranded. This is that game. The Run Got Next. They've rebranded to NBA The Run, and somehow they got the NBA license. Shout out to them. The Run Got Next rebranded to NBA The Run. It launches in 2026. The July 2024 announcement, the 3v3 street basketball game The Run Got Next has been rebranded to NBA The Run. It will launch on PS5, Xbox Series, PC, and PC in 2026. As fans of pretty much every basketball video game ever made, we have very big shoes to fill, and we don't take that lightly. Shout out to Savage Rain with the sub, appreciate it. Said Play-by-Play Studios founder and CEO Scott Prosper in the press release. Our partnership with the NBA takes us to a whole new level, and we're beyond excited about the collaboration and the potential of NBA The Run. We're a small team, but we're scrappy, focused, and relentless about creating an all-new smash hit. This game is for every Hoops fan across the globe. NBA Global Partnerships and Media Senior Vice President Andrea O'Keefe added, we're always looking for new ways to bring fans closer to the game. That's cap. You know, it's funny, and this is why when they first announced this game, I was like, yo, you guys should pause the development of this game and try to secure the NBA license. The reason why is because if there's one thing, Adam Silver has fucked up a lot in the NBA. But if there's one thing I know is Adam Silver likes to make a fucking dollar. So they'll sell you that NBA license, trust me. And then you got his little underling talking about, we're always looking for new ways to bring fans closer to the game. No, you guys are looking for new ways to fucking pimp out the NBA brand. Anyways, NBA The Run provides fans with new ways to express their passion for basketball, and we're looking forward to working with the team at Play-by-Play to bring it to market. But we got some screenshots and then like a new trailer. So let's see about, we're taking it back to the streets. NBA The Run is a fast-paced online 3v3 street basketball game. Play above the rim and packed with posterizing moments, ankle-breaking tricks, and unique signature styles. Take your favorite NBA stars to iconic street ball courts around the world and stack wins and earn credibility and become the go to the run. Key features is don't get knocked out. You can play solos or squads. The choice is yours. Face off against the best of the best in online multiplayer. Knockout tournaments spanning the globe of legendary street ball courts from Venice Beach to the Tenement in the Philippines and more. I remember that court. It was in NBA Live, I believe. Become the GOAT. Gameplay's fast, fluid, and responsive, powered by true rollback netcode. Okay. The servers are confirmed to be better than 2K's already. They got rollback. Let's go. Your moves, which by the way, small indie studio, by the way. 2K, multi-billion-dollar company, can't get some fucking rollback. Fuck you, Ronald. Your moves, he's got to get a new wig. That's why they can't get, well, what do we need netcode for? I need a new fucking lace front. Your moves on the sticks will sync instantaneously. Cross up an aggressive defender, switch to a layup mid-dunk to avoid a block, or throw a lob out of a spin move for a game-winning alley-oop. Defense wins championships. It's not only about the high-flying dunks, step-back logo threes, and ankle breakers. In NBA The Run, defense is just as fun and powerful as offense. Thunderous blocks, diving for loose balls, huge steals, and all-out physicality on defense can lead to a W, and it'll be just as hyped. Street ball with style. Everything about NBA The Run is handcrafted and stylized to deliver a completely unique look and feel, authentic to the sport of basketball, and visually in a lane of its own. There isn't another basketball game on the market that looks, feels, or plays like NBA The Run, which, to be fair, that's true because there's no other competition. We've been begging for NBA Street to come back. Now, the question is, they dropped a new trailer. Does it look like NBA Street? I saved this trailer to react on stream. I want to see. Does it look like it though? Let me turn this joint down.
Don't cough, don't sneeze. It's time to believe, people. We are here for book.
Is that Bobito? They got Bobito from Street, from actual Street. That sound like him. Shout out to
Come
Mr.
on,
Flex,
guy, yo,
with
get
the
out
sub.
the way. We've been waiting a long time for this one, yo. What? Yes! The game will never be the same. You ready to suit up? We got next. I've witnessed the future, and I've seen change, drastic change, and that
makes sense. What's the name? Getting his ankles broken. Luka on defense. He don't play defense.
change is here. Ooh, we just getting started, y'all. NBA the run.
Yeah, they did change the art style. I'm not gonna lie, these camera angles are not doing the gameplay justice because it looks kind of stiff. But I'm gonna reserve judgment for like a full gameplay reveal because I mean it is an arcade basketball game, but it does look a little stiff. I will say that.
Ready for this?
It looks janky.
Wish list now.
But I mean, it is an arcade game. It's not supposed to maybe be super fluid. The bottom line is it fun? So like I want to see like a full gameplay reveal, but like you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm glad they got the NBA license, but I got to see more. I'm not too impressed right now. I'm not gonna let the Bobito. Yeah, I'm reserving judgment.
The game will never be the
Like the dribbling right there with Luka, it looks like they did like no type of motion cap. Like look at this shit right here.
never be the same. You ready to suit up? We got next.
Yeah, from the eye test, it look a little janky.
I've witnessed the
Why also they showing off LaMelo dunking like he do that in real life? Like he dunk a little bit, but like put a real dunker on that bitch.
future, and I've seen change, drastic change, and that change is
White boy on white boy violence.
here. Ooh, we just getting started, y'all. NBA the run.
I'd rather play this than Ronnie's movie. Nah, real shit. I'd rather play this than Ronnie's movie. That's real shit. Full Sail watch list. Hey yo, NBA to run developers. Let me get a code. Let me get a fucking code, man. Let me get a code. It could be fun, but it does look a little stiff, man. Y'all need to do a full. I would like for them to do like a full gameplay reveal, like a little 5 to 10 minute video breaking down gameplay mechanics. Like do that. Really let us get a look at like the animations and stuff like this. Will this be on PS4? It didn't say nothing about the PS4. I didn't see nothing. No, it says PS5, Xbox Series, Steam. Thank God, no PS4. Thank God. You might get it, but did you pick up the annual Absolute Batman? Yeah, I got that one. I got it. I'm gonna read it later tonight. Who's publishing this? I don't know. I don't know who's the publisher. I just know who the development studio is. It might be self-published because I think it's an indie game. Just them? Is it just them? Yeah, the run. Do they have a website? Oh, we can go. We got the Steam page. Yeah, the publisher's them. So this is an indie game. So it's being made by and published by Play Studios, which kind of worries me. I'm not gonna lie. That might explain why the animations look a little stiff. Because if they're developing and publishing the game, that says to me a lot of their budget probably went to getting the NBA license. I don't know how much it costs, but I doubt the NBA license is cheap. Unless the NBA cut them a deal like, hey, you know, give us 50% of the profits until you reach X amount of sales, and then you could have, you know, all the profit. Like it could be one of those situations. They might have cut them a deal. I don't know. But them publishing it, I don't know what that budget's looking like. Yeah, pay by royalties. I don't know what the budget's looking like for this. I'm gonna put this in the yellow flag. Does it got Fiend though? That's a good question. I don't know, man. We might be back NBA community, but it does need a little Fiend, bruh. It does need a little Fiend. So we'll keep an eye on it. It says 2026. We will keep an eye on it. But yeah, it got rebranded NBA The Run. It costs like $1 billion, the NBA license. I wonder if we could actually find that out. Like, let's see. I want to make an NBA video game. How much on average does it cost to utilize the NBA license? I can't spell, don't judge me. Let's ask Perplexity to search the internet for us and try to get an idea for this. Gotta get the player's likeness. That's a couple more. Well, the player's likeness all falls under the NBA. Like NBA teams own the rights to the player, so like the likeness would all fall under there, I believe. An umbrella. That's one of the reasons why it's hard for UFC players to make money. Take-Two Interactive pays approximately $150 million annually for a licensing agreement, which totals $1.1 billion over 7 years. The licensing fee structure for sports games typically ranges from 10 to 15% of the game's total revenue. Since the NBA's $1.1 billion represents 10 to 15% of, so it's a royalty. They do royalty deals then. So I was right. They do royalty deals. So if they make like, I don't know, $50 million, the NBA would get 10 to 15% of that basically. But because it's a small indie studio, the NBA, the thing about Take-Two Interactive and NBA 2K is they have some power when they come to the table. So they could probably bargain for 10 to 15% because they can guarantee those sales. They'll have a marketing push, a proper budget. The problem with this is an indie studio that's making and publishing the game. This is a nobody, basically. They don't have that they don't have that power when they sit at the table with the NBA. So the NBA holds all the chips. I would not be shocked. I'm just guessing. I'm shooting in the dark. I would not be shocked if they didn't get a 10 to 15% deal. Unless the NBA just felt like being nice. But I don't believe that would happen because David Stern, we know David Stern likes to make money. I wouldn't be shocked if they got finessed and they had to do a 20 to 25% deal, maybe even a 30, a 30, cool, 70.
But honestly, there's only one ideology I
15% is 1.1 billion for 2K. They make a lot of money off of VC. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in the yellow flag, man. I'm gonna put this in the yellow with Adam Silver, man. Yeah, they probably got chill. Yeah, they probably got destroyed on that silver. Did I say David Stern? I meant Adam Silver. My bad. But we'll see how it plays out. I hope the game succeeds. I hope it's good. Don't take that as me wishing failure upon anything. I'm just trying to break down the business and understanding, but them not having a proper publisher, that means they have to focus on not only developing the game, but coming up with the money to pay their people versus having someone foot the bill. That's the beauty of having a publisher. There's good and bad things to it. Yeah, I'm praying it's good. I'm praying it's good because we need arcade sports back, man. I miss NFL Street. I miss NBA Street, man. Just something to hop on and play with the boys and block shots and dunk on motherfuckers, bro. Yeah, just some good and fun shit, bro. Other news. We got more gameplay from the new Avatar Legends fighting video game. When they first announced this last week, like half the chat was impressed. I wasn't. I said this looks like a mini clip video game. And it's funny because I seen this response from Cooley that said this would have been on nick.com for free in 2009. And I literally said when they revealed the gameplay, and some of y'all swore I was hating, I was like, this looks like Teen Titan Blitz. Y'all remember that game on cartoonnetwork.com, Teen Titan Blitz? And I'm not gonna lie, this footage, in my opinion, is actually worse than the first one. This really looks like it could have been on Cartoon Network or nick.com for free. Look at this shit, bro. Y'all hype for this? I love the Teen Titans game. I loved it too. But part of the reason I loved it is because it was free and it was on a web browser. I'm not paying $70 for this shit. The animations look terrible. It's pre-alpha footage though. It's not going to change that much, guys. These are hand-drawn animations. Unless they go to the scrapyard, it's not going to change that much because it looks like hand-drawn animations. They would have to redo all the art. Also, when does this come out? Let me play this out. This got to be free, 20 bucks. Nah, that moving, not changing for shit. Exactly. When does this come out next year? Yeah, okay, so it does come out in 2026. Let me make sure. Avatar Legends. I believe it does. That's coming soon. Yeah, I think 2026. Yep, summer 2026. Okay, so this is why what I mean when I say that like reading is fundamental and understanding what you're reading is very important. Yeah, I understand it says pre-alpha footage right here, but this game comes out next year. Guys, we are we're 2 months away from 2026. It's not that far out. This is not pre-alpha footage. They put pre-alpha footage on the screen so you wouldn't judge it that damn hard. Because pre-alpha footage, you got alpha, beta, the full fucking release. Pre-alpha footage is like they just threw some shit together. You still got like concept art going. Like it's barely a game. This is not pre-alpha footage. This is a marketing ploy to trick you niggas who don't know any better, bruh. This is what the game's going to look like. Like that's pre-alpha footage is prototyping. This is not a prototype. This is a working build. Pre-alpha is what the Wolverine game. Thank you, Keepy. Exactly. You remember when the Wolverine game leaked? Mad textures was missing, but you kind of got an idea of how that's pre-alpha footage. And motherfuckers was judging that like it was the final game. But y'all coping for this shit real hard. Like, I don't know, man. That shit leaked 2 years early. That was pre-alpha type shit. So pre-alpha for this is a lie, but pre-alpha for the Wolverine game was real. Yes, because the Wolverine gameplay, you weren't supposed to see that. Friendly reminder. I'm not gonna lie, yo, it breaks my heart that I'm explaining this to some of y'all. You guys were not supposed to see the Wolverine footage from a fucking year ago. It came out 2 years too early. Remember, guys, hackers hacked their computer and put it online. That's why all the textures and the animations were missing in half of that shit, bro. That was real pre-alpha type of footage, bro. We were not supposed to see that shit. Do we miss the context? They released this. They wanted you to see this. You can't hide behind, oh, this is pre-alpha. This is gonna be another one of them games a year from now. Y'all gonna come back and be like, TBH, you was right, man. I was hating. You said they need to hack Blade. Yo, chill. Yeah, that's why the actual Wolverine trailers look way better. We were not supposed to see that. I mean, it's coming with a closed alpha.
Every time someone donates a super chat, I'm going to Snapchat Sonic my intrusive thoughts.
Shout out to Big J with the super chat. He said Marvel Token got some major competition. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
This won't be enough to fund the purchase.
They got some competition. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all, and that's another thing, right? Next year we got Marvel Token, 2XKO, and we got Invincible Versus. Y'all playing this. This the 4th fighting game coming out in 2026. Y'all playing this over fucking Marvel Token? Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear this shit. We don't got time for this game.
Thanks for the super chat.
And this breaks my heart because I'm a big Avatar fan. Greatest cartoon ever made. But I don't know why Nickelodeon just cannot make a good Avatar game, bro. He said at least he super chatted that bullshit. There was a PvP title, third person fighting game of Avatar, and it was free online. It was fire. God damn, I didn't even know that. This would be at Evo like Sparking Zero. Yeah, Earth 2 Evo. Shout out to Ninth Nix with the sub. Appreciate it. But I mean, if you're interested in playing it, there's a closed alpha, they said, coming soon with 4 playable characters, Aang, Korra, Katara, and Zuko. So, I mean, what happened with Sparking Zero? We'll get to it. But I'm not going to lie. I hope this game is not more than $20. If it is, it's DOA. I ain't going to lie. It's too many fighting games coming out next year. I don't know about this, man. This is for, I feel like this is for the super fans, and I feel like Avatar is such a great IP that it deserves something more than just something for the hardcore super fans that are gonna buy anything Avatar related. Like, it should just be a great game across the board that attracts everybody, not some rushed bullshit. I don't know about this. This is looking a little mini clip premium. Does it have like a release date? Nah, it just says in the trailer. Yeah. This game is made for FGC people. FGC's not playing that shit. Keeping it in the realm of fighting games, Multiverse's director reunite to launch to a new studio. That's right, guys. One of the biggest flops of last year. One of the biggest flops that caused the downfall one of the reasons why the downfall of Warner Bros. And they're selling. They're now forming a new studio to ruin our day even more. Earlier this year, WB Games announced the cancellation of Multiverses. The game was shut down in May. Now, two of the directors for Multiverses have revealed they are joining forces to launch a new studio called Airlock Games, which will be completely self-funded. Multiverses production director Justin Fishett and technical director Brock Feldman are the founding members of Airlock Games, and the duo previously worked on Disney Infinity and Medal of Honor. Rather than diving back into AAA games, they plan to focus on making smaller games more quickly. Okay, I'm not mad at that. They're self-aware. Okay. We've spent years working on high-profile AAA titles, but we've missed the wonderful, reckless creativity of more focused games set in a pair statement. It's a space where we can focus on providing new experiences that interest both of us as players and developers. We're so excited to have the freedom to take creative risks, push boundaries, and tell stories that just aren't feasible with AAA productions. Airlock Games already has its first title on the way. It's a sim management horror game called What the Stars Forgot, and it utilizes old school 16-bit graphics. Wait, they got a game already? There's a Kickstarter campaign underway with 25,000 as the goal. I'm not paying for that shit, bro. We'll entertain this trailer though.
AAA space is really focused on pushing technology forward, and that's come at the.
I was rooting for you guys because at first I was ready to crack jokes. I thought you guys were going to make, and this is why we read the article. Judging by the headline, I was thinking they were going to try to make another platform fighter like Multiverses, like Smash Bros. And then the article said, oh, we want to focus on smaller, more, unique experiences. So I'm thinking, they want to make a cool indie game like, what's the drug game you guys like that came out earlier this year? Like something like that, where they're not held down and they can get creative. Yeah, Schedule 1, like something cool like that. But instead, they wanted to make Among Us 2. So, next topic. Speaking of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero fans are losers. You guys lose again. Are you getting new content in the 2024 Game of the Year, according to you broke ass, bitch ass, lame ass, dumb ass niggas? No. But you know what is getting new content? A game that came out like 15 years ago. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 DLC. Future Saga Chapter 3 launches October 30th. Shout out to the Xenoverse community, man. Y'all support y'all games, man. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 downloadable content Future Saga Chapter 3 will launch on October 30th. And it comes with playable characters Golden Frieza, Broly from Dragon Ball Super. It comes with new missions, parallel quests. They're still adding missions to this shit. Missions. They hate Sparking Zero because they knew it was a failure. When they seen that tournament and them characters going up and down, flying up and down, people sitting in streams insulting people's IQs, saying you don't know, you don't have the brain capacity to press square, square, square. We knew this game was gonna fail. This is gonna have new costumes, new moves, new supers, illustrations, extra scenarios. It's available right now. The Sparking Zero community continues to take another L. Don't worry, guys. Maybe in 2 or 3 years, you'll get a new Goku. Sparking Zero deserves all the failure. I was thinking about that. I was like, maybe I need to do a documentary about that. Like, because I'm not going to let y'all forget that. We live in this super fast-paced internet where people love to just move on to the next topic. And then if you do move on to the next topic and we eventually revisit something old, people love to skew and change history. An example being is that YouTube comment when he tried to compare the Wolverine footage to that Avatar game. It's like niggas forgot that people hacked Insomniac Games and leaked footage we were never supposed to see. That's what I mean. The revisionist history. We're not going to revisit this Dragon Ball Super Sparking Zero. We're not gonna change the history on that. Y'all said that was gonna be game of the year 2024. The fight against the Great Ape was one of the hardest boss fights of all time. It took real brain power. They said, y'all saw the Manhattan Project? They said you had to have the mind of Albert Einstein in the Manhattan Project in the to be able to fight the fucking Great Ape. You had to have that shit, bro. That's what they said. It said square, 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 circle. Took a real genius to fucking do. Then they dropped the tournaments. Niggas flew out to Tampa, Florida. Not even Orlando, not even Miami. They went to a third tier city in Florida to play the first major tournament for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero for $50. Niggas caught $500 flights to fly across the country to win a $50 prize pool. When I saw that shit, I knew you niggas was stupid. I knew it. You're hustling backwards. Man, I'm about to fly to fucking Tampa, Florida to fight for this $50 prize pool at fucking Sparking Zero's first major tournament. Nigga, you paid $500 for the flight. You paid fucking, what, you was there, what, 2 nights? $300 a night? $600 for the fucking hotel. You're down hundreds of dollars. You didn't make no money if you fucking won it. And this is why I said the average FGC nigga, not only is their hairline broke, so is their bank account. But y'all don't hear me though. I'm an asshole when I bring this shit up. We don't want to do the Sand Saga. No more. I don't want to fight the Great Ape. I don't want to fight fucking Raditz. I don't want to fight Frieza for the millionth fucking time. And if I do fight them, I want to have some deep, enriched gameplay mechanics that are different from the other 3D arena fighters. I'm writing a book. It's called Why Anime Niggas Deserve Less. When is it coming out? February 2nd. In other dumbass news, the COD community is back on trial. When Battlefield 6 came out, Battlefield fans loved the game, but there was a community that they're not happy with their product, so they love to spread their misery into other communities. They hopped on over to Battlefield, and there was a campaign, a smear campaign going on from Black Ops 7 drones saying Battlefield 6 is boring. I seen at least 3 major streamers say, this shit boring. If I'm not constantly unlocking something, what am I supposed to do? Guys, we play games for fun. It's not about unlocking bacon skins. But for some people, if you're not constantly unlocking attachments and bacon skins, the game is not fun to them. It's about getting on the game with your bros and creating moments. Battlefield 6 is a movie. When you on the battlefield, it's about that. They're back. Oh, and then wait. And then they said, oh, I don't think this game is going to survive because it needs a BR. And Battlefield fans are like, can you guys just enjoy the product for what it is? You're welcome in this community, but can you enjoy the product for what the fuck it is? Now, unfortunately, EA bent the knee and they made a BR mode. And yesterday I played it. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of sick of BRs, but I'm not gonna lie, this BR is not bad. I think it's something that I would add into the rotation for Battlefield 6 if the boys want to play. Regular multiplayer if they want to get on the BR. I think the BR works because they kept the destruction. They kept the core of what makes Battlefield inside of their BR, and that's just enough different compared to other BRs that it does make it stand out. Because they, for those unaware, they did do a BR with previous, I forgot which one it was. It was one of them World War II or one of them World War I, the World War I Battlefield a couple of years ago. I didn't like it though, because they like removed the destruction. It just didn't feel like Battlefield. It was Battlefield 5. This one feels like Battlefield with BR. It's actually really cool to just destroy a building if you catch people camping. That's fucking fun. But anyways, the Call of Duty community complained that this game Battlefield 6 needed a BR. The big streamers, they were like, it's gonna die if it doesn't happen. And EA bent the knee and they added it. Now they're back complaining again. And I'm not gonna lie, this is where I'm speaking to EA. You have to be careful about listening to the Call of Duty community. These people are never fucking happy. This is why the Call of Duty cycle is still a thing. I made a video about the Call of Duty cycle like 10 years ago. It's very similar to the 2K cycle. They announce a new Call of Duty, they get hyped. The game comes out, you have the honeymoon phase, then they start complaining. Then you get to that phase where they say the last one was better. And then the cycle repeats. It's the same. They're starting to bring that mentality over to Battlefield. First they said they needed a BR. Now they're saying, okay, we got a BR, but you guys need to remove the tanks. If you guys have not played the BR, because it just came out yesterday, it's free to play, by the way. The tank is not that bad. First of all, we won a match. And there were several where we almost won as well in the first day. The reason why the tank is not that bad in this BR is because you have to find the keys. Like, everybody doesn't just get a tank. You have to find the keys to drive it. So there's not going to be mad tanks running around on the fucking battlefield. And then also, if you do run into a tank, guys, all you got to do is get behind it and shoot a fucking rocket at it. 2 rockets will blow it the fuck up. So that's what makes it Battlefield. We got to keep it something, because if we start removing these if you remove the destruction, if you remove the vehicles, you're removing those elements, and now it's just Warzone. It's Call of Duty, the game you bitched and complained. You are a Call of Duty refugee. Beggars cannot be choosers, guys. Be happy we welcome you into the community. If we start removing the Battlefield elements from it, it's gonna be Call of Duty, and then you're gonna bitch and complain even more. And this is why I said, EA, DICE, you guys gotta be careful about listening to them, because now they're complaining that the tank should be removed. And that's why earlier this morning, world-renowned content creator, the Black Hokage, if you're not familiar, well, you should follow him. He said, change the headline of this article to Crybaby Call of Duty streamers still haven't figured out what the engineer class does. And I'm going to be honest, I agree with world-renowned content creator, the Black Hokage. Pick the fucking engineer. That's the problem. Everybody's just playing sniper or assault. Nobody wants to play medic. Nobody wants to play engineer. Get the fucking engineer, get a goddamn rocket launcher, and shoot it at the damn tank. Problem solved, guys. You gotta start calling these people losing. Stop listening. Exactly. You just followed them. I appreciate it, bro. Well renowned. Well renowned. Facts use different classes. Motherfuckers come over here and don't want to learn how to play the game, and now they're calling for you need to remove that shit. No, because then it's Call of Duty, man. Then it's Call of Duty. So EA, please be careful. You've listened enough. I do believe you have to find that middle ground where because if you want to cast a wide net and attract more new people, you got to listen to some degree, but don't listen too fucking much. Let it fucking be. And Call of Duty streamers, I cannot wait for Black Ops 7 to come out so y'all can go away. Y'all can go away. Fiend? You guys can go play Fiend. A lot of these fellas don't want to play a role that supports the team outside of kills. They all just play assault, bro. They all play assault. And if they're not playing assault, they play medic assault. They'll pick a medic and never heal anything. They'll just play assault. And at that, for those unaware, if you don't want to play medic or engineer or recon, just play assault, because and the game doesn't explain this. When you play assault, you capture the objective quicker. So if you're just going to play assault on medic, just play fucking assault. If you have no intention of healing anybody or healing a vehicle, just play assault so we can at least cap the point and play the objective. Play the goddamn objective, bro. People just don't know how to play Battlefield at all. It's crazy because I don't feel like Battlefield requires much thinking, but IQs are dropping. I just saw a content creator going crazy over the Black Ops 7 trailer because the song Fiend was in it. That's what we're talking about. Fiend. Everybody just wants to be #1 on the leaderboard, unfortunately. Fresh off the heels of announcing Amazon plans to drop 600,000 jobs over the next few years in exchange for robotics and AI, Amazon is now back in the headlines, announcing that they just cut 14,000 jobs, including its video game division. Following Amazon's decision to cut 14,000 jobs, a new report has claimed that the company is gutting its video game division as part of the move. What up, Ethos? That's according to Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, who, referencing a memo sent to Amazon employees, says the company plans to introduce the amount of work it does on big budget titles, particularly MMOs. Reduce, my bad. In the memo, Stephen Boom, Amazon's vice president of audio, Twitch, and game, wrote, "While we're proud of our successes in first-party AAA game development and publishers," what successes, nigga? What the fuck? We've made the difficult decision to halt a significant amount of our first-party AAA game development work, specifically around MMOs, within Amazon Game Studios, including making significant role reductions in our studios in Irvine and San Diego, as well as our central publishing team. Now, depending on who you are, this can be good or bad news. I'd say it's both. The bad news is a lot of people are going to lose their jobs, which, I'm never going to laugh at that. That's unfortunate, especially in this economy. You got Trump out here cutting the snap. Be safe out there come November 1st, chat. Be safe out there. People are losing their jobs. The global economy is not doing good. So, like, I'm never going to laugh at that. That's not cool. But then on the flip side, it's like, at least we don't have to deal with any more of these Amazon games because they all fucking suck. They had that bootleg Paragon. That shit was ass. They had some dodgeball game. That shit was ass. The only game that they made that was halfway decent was that MMO. And honestly, to me, the only thing that was fun about that was the proximity chat. That can be in any game. That might be in Arc Raiders for me, honestly. I didn't even know Amazon made games. Yeah, they did. New World. Yeah, New World. Like, New World was okay, but it still wasn't what it needed to be. Which goes to show you can put a lot of money into stuff, but that doesn't mean anything if you're creatively bankrupt. You got to hire the right people. Money does not solve creativity. That's why putting all this money in AI is dangerous, but y'all not hearing me. While Amazon hasn't revealed the exact number of jobs being cut across this game's divisions, affected employees have already taken to social media suggesting teams from 2 projects, the New World and Lord of the Rings MMO, announced back in 2023. There's a Lord of the Rings MMO? I didn't even know that. I just tagged you in a tweet on Twitter of this robot. We are so fucked. On LinkedIn, former senior game engineer Ashley Amir wrote, "This morning I was part of the layoffs at Amazon Games alongside my incredibly talented peers on New World and our fledgling Lord of the Rings game." I didn't even know they were making one. Let me look at this. I think I know what you're talking about because I saw it last night. You talking about that robot, that personal robot? Mentions. I don't see nothing. RIP New World. Funny enough, they just came out with an expansion for it 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I seen that shit. I don't see nothing. But I know what you're talking about. Let me see if I can scroll up because I think I put it in the group chat. Y'all can't see my group chat. 1 second. I love that Signal blocks that shit, so you guys can't even see when it pops up on my stream. Shout out to privacy, man. I think I put it in there late last night. It might still be up there. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I got it. You talking about this? Is this what you tweeted me? Humanoids were long a thing of sci-fi, then they were a thing of research, but today we launched Neo, a humanoid becoming a product. Neo is the first step on a journey towards a more abundant future, and we're excited for you to join us on this journey. Order your Neo today.
My name is Bernd, and today we're launching...
This just looks like a nigga who ready to ruin society. Look at this dude.
Hey, we're launching Neo, our humanoid for the home.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
It's actually really dark because it's not even real. It's controlled by a human. Wait, what? Really? $20,000 to get a robot that's controlled by humans. So basically you're allowing the government into your fucking house or this corporation, because if this is controlled by humans, they're going to be hiring very specific people to come work for this company. They're going to be within their building, collecting your data inside of your house, where if you really want somebody to come work for you, you can just hire a maid, which honestly would probably be cheaper, better services, and you're actually helping somebody directly, and you could treat them like a person, set proper hours. Like, this is fucking stupid, bruh. Just $500 a month. And then who's to say if this shit really do got AI in it, it don't turn against you on some Ultron shit. Hey, chat. Get your permit, bruh. iRobot is coming. Get the Glock. Get the fucking Glock, bruh. Because I don't want no corporation in my house with a fucking robot looking and like, who's to say? Because like if somebody in the corporation's 24/7 on this robot controlling and they're absorbing all the data from inside your house, who's to say that somebody is not watching you get in the shower? Like, why would you buy this shit, bruh? Next thing you know, you're dingling all over the fucking internet because somebody hacked, because they're going to collect your data, right? All it takes is a data breach for somebody to, because you know, whatever they're collecting on you, it's going to be on a hard drive. It's going to be on one of those databases. All it takes is for one person to hack that shit and they could release a bunch of nudes, private info, conversations. You could be talking about the family business or some shit like that. Like it's crazy to me because I remember when I was younger in middle and high school, we was worried about 1984. Yeah, George Orwell. We was worried about Big Brother. That's what we would call it, Big Brother. And I feel like we've become Big Brother. Like we've embraced, like in my opinion, like IRL streaming is Big Brother. That's why IRL streaming weirds me the fuck out. It's one thing to do a vlog, right? That's cool. You documenting your life here and there, like you go to an event, you know, you're archiving it so you can look back at it one day. That's different. But like IRL streaming, you're online 24/7. Everybody's looking and seeing what you're doing. You become Big Brother, bro. You are doxing yourself. You're buying a correctional officer. No, real shit. You really are. You are keeping tabs for free. You are buying a correctional officer with this shit, bro. Y'all niggas better hit the shooting range and learn how to shoot, because there's at any point this shit could turn into Ultron and niggas is not gonna get me. Running to John Wick on this bitch, bro. And this shit is scary too, because even if you're not interested in this, they can still get your data because your neighbor might be interested in this. All it takes is for, you don't know how well the ears are on this thing. You don't know, like you could be outside, you know, walking your dog and your neighbor's nearby with theirs and they overhear conversations or some shit. Like, this shit is dangerous, bro. This shit is dangerous. Fuck this shit, bro. I'll do my own laundry. Y'all that lazy where you don't know how to put your mud streaks on fucking warm water. Throw a little Tide Pod. Y'all niggas be eating, Gen Z, y'all be eating Tide Pods, yeah. Gen Z, Gen Alpha. Stop putting the Tide Pods in your mouth. You can throw it in there. I choose you. Throw your mud streaks in the fucking wash and turn it on. Hot water. Don't think we forgot. Don't think we forgot. That shit is so fucking funny to me. All the ageism on the internet, bro. We talk about the generation that was eating Tide Pods. What? We talk about the generation that was committing crimes on camera and then calling it devious licks. Like, what are you talking about, bro? You guys are criminals. I never had a Tide Pod. Yeah, you're one of the good ones, huh? You're one of the good ones. Yeah, y'all thought I forgot. Remember when I was talking about early in the stream about revisionist history? I didn't forget because I'm a fucking troll. We're not gonna revive that part. A lot of you niggas was eating Tide Pods and posting it on TikTok. Talking about, look at me. Oh, you guys are putting toxins in your body, and then you wonder why you can't think straight. Niggas breath smell like fucking Tide, bro. That shit is crazy. Bonk gang. What else I got for you? Oh, in the realm of people needing something new to play, we always highlight games on the stream. Reviews have come out for Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD Remake. 9s, 10s, 9s, 8s. The current overall Metacritic is 87 overall, so it's one of the best reviewed games of the year. If you're into Dragon Quest or you've ever been interested into Dragon Quest, it looks like this will be a good time to jump in, because these are remakes of 2 classic games. And it's getting good reviews. So, I mean, not my cup of tea, but another banger dropped. The Cinnamon Challenge. Yeah, the Cinnamon Challenge. Y'all was choking yourselves. They said, you know what's a good idea after we get done swallowing Tide Pods? Let's fill our lungs up with dirt. Let's fill our lungs up with dirt and see who can breathe the longest. AKA the Cinnamon Challenge, bro. This shit is fucking crazy. So yeah, Dragon Quest 1 and 2 is out. Reviews are good. Check it out if you're interested in RPGs. Natural selection, boy. And then last but not least, for all my rich niggas in the chat, first of all, if you are rich, prove it. Drop a super chat, drop 5 subs in the chat, prove it. It's for y'all. Breath of the Wild soundtrack is now officially on sale for vinyl for $200. Too rich for my blood. But I mean, if you're into vinyl collecting, it'd probably be worth some money one day. Because usually with these releases, they only release it once and then never again. But a little too rich for my blood. It's 8 LPs in one. The art looks cool, but I didn't like Breath of the Wild, and I thought Breath of the Wild was okay. I thought it was a little overrated, but I definitely didn't like the last one, Tears of the Kingdom. I didn't like that engineering shit. I'm not a super big fan of the current era of Zelda. I kind of want to go back to the old shit. Siggy got it? Probably. Also, the music wasn't good enough for me to want to buy it. It wasn't like Expedition 33. Yeah, this is more of an investment than anything. Hold on to it 5+ years and then flip it. Yeah, I think that would be the best thing. If you got extra money, if you hold on to it, you probably would be able to flip this shit, because they're never going to release it. Limited color event. They're never going to release it again, and this should be worth a lot of money. But I ain't got that kind of money in this just to be buying this shit and hoping, because you're also you're speculating, you're hoping it goes up. There's no guarantee. Dope packaging. Tears of the Kingdom was bad, but Breath of the Wild was good. Yeah, I tolerate Breath of the Wild. It was cool. It wasn't my favorite, but it was cool. Tears of the Kingdom, no.
For the super chat.
Shout out to something racist with the $50 super chat. Okay. You say you're